Hello and welcome to the Belief Course. I am so excited to dive in with you today. Let's go ahead and pull up the slides. I'm Katie J, and today we're going to dive into the Belief Course, how to change your limiting beliefs into expansive ones. So let's get started with a quick introduction. I'm Katie J. I'm a life coach for spiritual seekers. I'm also the founder of a new company, which I'm so excited to announce today, called Breathwork House. And I'm a manifestation specialist. I teach my clients how to manifest with aligned surrender, meaning you're not focused so much on getting what you want and getting it how you want it. You are actually focused on allowing the universe to bring you your desires with more grace, more ease, more flow, more alignment, right? Because we can hustle our way into our manifestations, into our desires. Or we can allow the abundant flow of the universe to take us there. So that's what I teach my clients how to do. I do this through a number of modalities, including breathwork, coaching, both group and private, as well as TRE, which is group and private, but it is a tension and trauma releasing exercise. That's what TRE stands for. And that is a way to release stress, trauma, and tension from your body. And it's a beautiful somatic exercise that I love guiding my clients through. And I also teach and practice mindful awareness meditation. So that's a little bit about me. Let's dive into the content. What you'll need for this mini course. It's a very quick little mini course. What you're going to need is one, an open mind, and number two, a pen, and number three, a journal. That's all you're going to need. You're going to have some homework assignments. And if you decide to join the Breathwork House community, then you'll have a space to share that homework assignment with me and the other community members who are taking this mini course. So let's go ahead and dive in. Your beliefs create your reality. We'll talk more about this tomorrow when we get to the second R of reprogramming your subconscious mind and changing your beliefs. But this is something that we all need to understand from a just general level, that your beliefs create your reality. Think about it this way: the universe cannot give you something that you don't believe you can have. If you're like, there's no way I'm going to be a millionaire, there's absolutely no way in hell I'm ever going to be a millionaire, the universe is not going to get you there, right? The universe is going to reflect that back to you and say, you're right. Here's all the reasons why you'll never be a millionaire. And it's going to keep amplifying that into your reality. And that will be your life. That will be your quality of life. So on the flip side, if you do believe that being a millionaire is something that is available to you in this lifetime, and you're like, of course I'm going to be there. Like, of course, of course, of course. I don't know when, I don't know where, I don't know how, but of course it's going to come. You will eventually become a millionaire, right? That is how this vibrational, reflective reality works for us. We'll dive into that a little bit more tomorrow, but just wanted to set that groundwork because it's important to know that that's why we are changing our beliefs. When you realize there's a belief that's holding you back, that's limiting you, then it's really helpful to then know, great, how do I shift that into a belief that is going to expand me into receiving what it is that my heart truly desires? Maybe your heart doesn't desire to be a millionaire, right? That's fine too. Okay, step one is realize. That's the first R of reprogramming your subconscious mind. Realize that there is a limiting belief out there. Realize that you have been programmed with beliefs that help you and serve you and keep you alive. And you've also been programmed with beliefs that are going to limit you. Maybe at one point in your life, they kept you safe. They allowed you to be a part of a group, a family unit that was going to keep you safe on a very primal level, feed you, house you, etc. So you had to adopt certain beliefs to fit into that family, to survive in that family. And so you need to now realize that some of those beliefs that you internalized as a child are not helpful. They were helpful then. They were helpful then, but now they're running your subconscious programming and they're creating your reality in patterns, in relationships, in habits, in addictions. And so these limiting beliefs come from your experience from ages 0 to 7, right? That's when your subconscious mind is wide open. And that is when You accept everything in your reality as truth. My niece, who's precious and amazing and brilliant and beautiful, she's 3. And anything I tell her, she'll believe. And she can believe it right there in that moment. If I say, there's a dinosaur right there, she'll go, and we run away from the dinosaur, right? Because she fully believes it. She can believe anything that we tell her. She will believe anything that we tell her because we are the adults in the room. We are the authority figures in the room. Not that we're above her by any means, but we understand a world that she is new to. So everything that we tell her, she internalizes as truth. And that happened to you too. And it happened to me too. And not all the things that we internalized are healthy or productive or true or a vibrational match to the life that we're capable of, especially because we grew up in a paradigm that is a patriarchy. It's white supremacist. It's built around capitalism and destroying the planet, stomping all over people to get things, right? Like that is the paradigm that we grew up in. And so when we see people who are successful in this paradigm and we're like, well, I don't want to be that, right? I don't want to be rich like them because they had to do all these things to get there, right? And so we instill all these limiting beliefs about what it means to be rich or wealthy or in love or abundant or successful, and we internalize these things as truth until we wake up and we realize step one, holy shit, there's a limiting belief that's been holding me back my entire life, and I'm ready to get rid of it. Because as long as I believe that rich people are greedy and awful human beings, I will never want to be there. I will never want to ever have wealth. But if you don't have wealth, you can't share wealth with others. If you don't have wealth, you can't tip people huge amounts. If you don't have wealth, you can't donate to places that you care about. Because here's the thing, I'm going a little off topic, but here's the thing, it's all flowing through you, right? It's not yours, right? It's all happening through you. But I digress a little bit. That's a whole other course. Okay, so step one, realize that you have a belief that is holding you back. Okay. So, like I mentioned, there are helpful beliefs, beliefs that, for example, I believe that if I go step out into traffic without looking, that I might get hit by a car, right? And that is a helpful belief to have because it keeps me alive. It keeps me from just blindly stepping out into traffic, right? But then there are also beliefs that I have adopted from my parents, from my church, from my family that they may or may not have intended to pass on to me, right? Like, for example, going to church every Sunday as a young child, I internalized the belief that in order to talk to God, in order to speak with the divine and commune with the divine, I needed to be dressed in something I didn't want to wear. And I needed to go sit in a pew and be quiet for an hour. And then I got to go to hang out with my friends, but still learn all these things. And like that was the only way that I could talk to God. And it wasn't until later on in my life that I realized, like, I can talk to God at any time, right? I can literally just right here have a prayer moment at any time that I wanted to. And so I internalized the belief that I had to do this perfect, disciplined, devotional act in order to be spiritual or in order to even commune with the divine, when that's not something that actually serves me, right? And so we have to be aware that those beliefs are holding us back in some way, shape, or form. And that if you can change your belief to anything, why wouldn't you change it to something that's the most expansive thing possible, right? Okay, I digress again. Okay, ways to illuminate unconscious beliefs. Because here's the thing about beliefs is that I would say 95% of them are unconscious. You don't even realize that you have that limiting belief holding you back. So, how do you bring that unconscious belief into your conscious? Number one is to look at your reality versus your desires. Reflect on your life. Where would you like your bank account to be, and where is it right now? There's a belief in there that's hanging out and preventing and not preventing, but perpetuating that gap that's happening between your reality and your desires. So even just looking at those tangible things in your life of, I want a partner and I don't have one, right? So what beliefs are standing in the way? You can journal on this. It's actually part of your homework. What beliefs are standing in the way of you having that? What beliefs are standing in the way of you being in a full vibrational match? And by vibrational match, I simply mean that you feel, oh my gosh, this is mine. Of course, this is mine. It's already done. Like, I'm just waiting for it to arrive. It's done energetically. It's mine. It's here. I know it's in the bag. Let's go. Right. That's what I mean by being a vibrational match to your desires, because when you're in that energy, the universe has no choice but to reflect that back to you and bring it to you. Okay. So one way to illuminate your unconscious beliefs is to look at your reality versus your desires. Another way is through coaching. I have group coaching programs and I do private coaching as well, so that I can look at my client through the lens of love, through the lens of empowerment, through the lens of infinite creation that they are. And so when they tell me I can't charge this in my industry, I say, what Amanda Frances, in my head, I say what Amanda Frances says, which is lies from the devil, right? Or, my take on that is like, that shit's poison, right? Like that belief that you have is poison, and it's poisoning your results, and it's poisoning your entire energy field and keeping you from attracting what it is that you want. And as a coach, I can hold that loving space for my clients and simply reflect back to them the truth about what's happening here in this vibrational universe. You can also go do a breathwork practice with who's gonna hold space for you, or you can do a recording. But either way, go in with the intention in your breathwork practice. Go in with the intention of revealing any unconscious belief that's standing in the way of your desires. So you can make that your intention. And what I love about breathwork is that it will always and only give you exactly what it is you're ready and available for. And then finally, of course, like I mentioned, journaling, which you will have some journaling practices at the end of this module to kind of flush this out. Journaling is a great way to tap into your subconscious. And by journaling, I mean your pen and paper, not typing on your computer or your phone, actually getting into the subconscious handwriting and letting it flow. Sometimes it's in the journal, sometimes it's out of the journal. We talk more about that in my coaching packages and programs. Let's talk about homework. Okay. So now that you know different ways and that you can realize that there's a belief that's holding you back, what do you do next? So here's some homework to kind of flesh this out. Think about the life you desire. If anything were possible, how would you live and be in the world? Meditate on this. Take a few slow, deep breaths and really feel into your body that dream life that feels so amazing. Don't let yourself limit just yet. Just notice how amazing it would be to live in your dream life. Take some big, expansive breaths. And then spend 10 minutes journaling that out. What does that look like for you to live your big, expansive life? Where are you living? Who are you living with? Do you have a family? Do you have a partner? Are you traveling? What are you doing for work? How do you feel going to work? How much are you making? How much is in the bank? How much are you investing? How much are you saving? How much are you giving away? All of these things, flush that out on paper. Step two, what beliefs are standing in the way of you living that life? Write all of that out. Get it all out and spend 10, 20 minutes writing all of the beliefs that are standing in the way of you living that life. The I'm too old, I'm too young, I don't know enough, I'm not educated, I've never made that kind of money before, no one in my family has made that kind of money before. Who am I to have that? All of that shit, put it on a piece of paper. These are your limiting beliefs that we get to shift one at a time. Number 3, what parts of your life reflect an unfulfilled desire? Is it in your relationships? Is it in your self-worth? Is it in your job and career? You want to feel fulfilled in your career, but right now you feel stuck, you feel confused, right? Flush all of that out in this question. What parts of your life reflect an unfulfilled desire? What are your beliefs in that area of your life? Do you believe that you are capped in your career? Do you believe that you're the last person to be considered for a raise? Do you believe, just flush all of that stuff out. Number 4, what beliefs did your upbringing teach you about money, relationships, success, worth, like self-worth, love, and the parts of your life you described in the previous question, question 3? How are these beliefs limiting you now? And a bonus question that I just came up with is, how did these beliefs serve you in the past? Add that in there too. So I ask, how are these limiting beliefs how are these beliefs limiting you now? And how did these beliefs serve you in the past? How did they make you feel safe? How did they make you feel a part of a community? How did they make you feel desired or what have you? List that out. And then post your homework inside of the Breathwork House online community. Post it inside of Mighty Networks. This is launching on 420, on April 20th, 2023. So if you're watching this video before then, don't worry, you're going to get an email about it. It's my new online community. You're going to get an email about it. But if you're a part of my seasonal circles, or you're watching this after 420, or actually, I'm going to take it down from the public starting on, I think, the 27th. So on the 27th of April, I'm going to take this down from the public, and it's only going to be available inside of my Breathwork House community. And if you're watching it there, if you're watching it here, I'm going to show you where to post your homework. So this is where you post your homework. If you are somebody who is inside of the community, I am currently in the process. It is April 14th right now, so I'm in the process of building it out, but this is what it's going to look like on the inside. From the welcome home section underneath, you're going to see community courses. That's what this is. This is a community course. It's a mini course that I'm creating for the community, for the people that are inside of my membership. And this is where you're going to see two tabs, resource and feed. You're going to go over to feed and you're going to type in, here is my homework for step 1 of hashtag TBC. Hashtag TBC is the belief course. That way we can all follow these hashtags and see what other people are working through with their beliefs. I believe that this is going to be really helpful for all of you to see what other people's limiting beliefs are, because you're going to look at them through the lens of love and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, you're capable of anything. I can't believe you have that belief, right? And it helps your subconscious mind to normalize the fact that we have limiting beliefs, and that's something that we're going to work through for the rest of our lives. So use the hashtag TBC so that we can track this within the course community, and go ahead and share your homework with us. You can write it out, but hopefully you followed my instructions and you wrote it out with your own handwriting. Don't worry about us being able to read it, but you're also welcome to just take a screenshot of that, just to kind of have that extra accountability that you did it, you're participating, you're active in the community, you're doing the coursework. That's how you see the results. That's how you actually change one limiting belief into an expansive belief that helps you to attract your desires with ease. So tomorrow you're going to get a new video, and it's going to be on step 2, which is remember, the second R of reprogramming. So remember the truth about how the universe works. So we're going to dive into the universe, how it's constructed, a little bit of quantum physics and vibrational stuff. And it's just to help your left, give your, I think it's your left brain, give your analytical brain something to chew on to understand why changing your beliefs is so important. Okay, so that's what we're going to dive into tomorrow. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.